Hello, welcome to Spy Money. This is Saturday morning. I didn't get a chance to make this video yesterday, but yesterday morning I ran my BlazeBot on, as you can see up here, BlazeBot. I run it on crude oil, and I've run crude oil for the last, probably about 2 weeks, and I've made money every day running on crude oil. I haven't got to post all the videos, but um, I stayed very busy in helping the Ninja Suite users and so forth. So YouTube is on my bottom of the list. But I wanted to share with you what it's actually doing. Again, this is BlazeBot. We came out with BlazeBot, probably about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, and it's really been the bot of my choice for the last several weeks. It does a really good job. The only thing on here right now, as far as the BlazeBot is concerned, is it doesn't have all of these levels on here. As far as, these are indicators that we use for our own personal. The bot doesn't use those. The bot, however, can use those inside the settings, but I don't use it for that. I use uh, really, I just want to see it manually to know where it is, and that way when the bot gets in a trade, I know what to do for sure. So this bot was untouched except for this one trade right here. And let me make these a little bit bigger for you so you can see them. And I'll tell you why I did what I did. I set this bot up before I left. I was going to an auction with a buddy to buy cars. He has a car lot. I was going with him. So we left real early in the morning. And so what I do is I put this on my VPS. When I have it on my VPS, I can, look at it from my phone. I can pause the bot. I can move my stops. I can do whatever I want with it. But I ran this bot as I was going up the interstate. It was trading for me, and I just let it go and do what it needed to do. I didn't touch it, other than this last one up here, and I'll explain why. But this one, the bot entered the trade. It exited the trade there on my predetermined settings that I shared with the Ninja Suite users in our Discord group. So anytime I run a bot, I tell you what I'm running, what settings I'm running, and so forth. And it's up to you. You can follow or not. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a winning day, because there are days that you can lose money. In the last couple of weeks, I have not lost any money at all with running crude oil. So it's actually done really well for me. Crude oil has a higher margin. It's $2,000 a contract, but if the money's in there, you're not really using 2,000. It's just margin. And as far as if you have a funded account, really that margin means nothing to you. But these are on live accounts, and the first trade I ended up making, I think it was like for this one and this one. By the time I noticed it, it was $860, I believe it was, and then I went ahead and let it take this trade here. And after I did it, I realized that we had the pivot here and we had a level. This is a SPY money level. So one of my personal levels. And when I saw that, I really wasn't comfortable. So when it popped up, I got above my $1,000 total. I just want to make $1,000 a day. If I make $1,000 on a bot, then I'm very, very happy. And so what I went ahead and done was took profit here. It was going up, it pulled back on me, and then it started going up. And when it went up, the my buddy that I went to the auction with, he was running his bot as well, and I told him, I said, we need to get out of this trade because we're at these levels. Now, in my teachings, I always tell trade to the level or away from the level, but not at the level. So on this particular one, it was just not a good trade for our rules. So we both got out right here, and I paused my bot, and I never run it anymore. At this point, I'm over my $1,000. There's nothing else to prove. You don't want to get greedy in trading. Now, over here, there's two more trades that it would have taken if you were not following the rules. Now, the bot knows these rules, and you can actually put into the bot that it won't trade at these levels, and the bot will keep you out of that. So you can actually put this in as a setting on your bot, and it wouldn't do it. So what I've got is to go up here, the level entry, and if I turn this on, then I can pick what levels I don't want it to trade at, so that helps. So if I do that and have so far, the bot will not enter that trade. It does a really good job. It knows my levels as far as the SPY money levels. It knows those, it knows the pivots, it knows the balance levels and all that. So it will know that, and if you choose those, it will put it on the chart so you can see what you're doing. You don't have to put your own personal indicators on here. The bot doesn't see them that way. It only sees them if you put it inside the settings of this up here. So if you put it in any of this right here, the bot will know it. But if it's not in there, it won't see it. So the bot would not have entered these two right here. Now when it come down through here, it would not have entered again until right here. Now if you had the levels turned on, it would not have entered here because we have a level. What I do is I leave them turned off, and then I manually control if I wanted to trade at these levels. If I see it at this level and I don't feel comfortable, I just pause the bot. If I pause the bot, then it won't trade. So I like to manually control it because sometimes you will be kind of close to a level, but you can see the movement of the price is looking like it's going to go up, or you can take it and then you can adjust your stop to where you want. So a bot can be manually manipulated or it can be run on auto. I personally like to manually manipulate them a little bit because you can make more money. Like for instance, this one over here, this trade right here, we had a trail stop on it. And what happened, or a break even stop, once it hit 12 ticks, it moved up 2 ticks on it. And that's what kept us out of this trade. We could have made a lot more money right here. So just on this one right here, from right there at the entry to the top up here, I would have preferred to have played it up there. There we go. So there's $210 that we could have made there. And at $210, per contract, that's $1,000 trade. But, our break even brought it up here. And the reason I put my break even is because I wasn't going to be able to watch it. And I didn't want it to go up, to almost my target and then come back and lose money. This would have easily hit all four targets and been, the $400 is what it would have hit. And then the runner would have been the extra. So we could have easily made a lot more money here. And if I was trading this manually, I would have put my profit targets, right up in here somewhere. And I may have got hit or may not have, but at least I would have had a stop closer and made more money. So that's the thing with the bots is once, I train you how to run the bots, but I also train you how to use the bots in a different way to where you can make more money if you manually manipulate them. So like on this one here, we would have missed this trade here. This would have been a missed trade, and it's just not a trade we would want to do because we have our VWAP here, and we try to trade longs over VWAP and shorts under, but the problem is a lot of people will get in the trade at the VWAP, and that's where they mess up. Like this one here would have been a bad trade, but this one would have been a good trade. The entry would have been here, and we could have played this down all the way down to the balance level, and that's where it went. You can see right here's the balance, and with the balance being there, you would actually make money because it went right down to my balance level and then bounced. So this one would have been a lot more money. So if you would have got in here down to the balance is 360. So I'm trading 5 contracts. So that's going to be $1,800 that I would have got there if I did my math right. So $1,800 is where I would have been. And then as far as the other trades, it would not have entered here and it would not have entered here because we have our levels. And this one right here would have entered on this one. And the reason we wouldn't have entered in here is because we have all this chop in here. When you have this orange and you have all the chop, we just don't trade. We just wait. We wait for a breakout. Here's your breakout. So our next trade would be right here. And that would have been a good trade. We would have played it all the way up to the purple level, our SPY money level. And then when we come back, we would not take this one because we're at the level. So again, when we're at that level, we don't trade. And then when it comes down, this one here is still above the VWAP, so we would not trade it. We would have taken this one because we're above the level, and we have another level up here. There's plenty of room to trade. So I could have made a lot more money if I was running this bot and just watching my levels the way we trade. Now, I teach all of this. I have a lot of pre-recorded videos, so if you sign up today, like this weekend, you can start watching those videos to learn how to do this. This is very simple strategy. It's not hard to learn. If you watch some videos, you can take a day, learn exactly how we trade with the levels and so forth, and come Monday, you should be able to start, be able to trade. What I recommend is a lot of people will jump right into a live account, and I don't recommend that because you need to trade on sim for a little bit just to make sure that you're understanding what to do and you're following the rules the way we want you to do. Once you do a sim for a while and you're comfortable, then jump over to micros. Trade those micros and you're not going to make a lot of money, but you've got skin in the game, and it's going to allow you to be able to get some emotion involved and be able to make a little bit of money. And if you make a mistake, it's losing a little bit of money. And then once you do that and you've got the hang of it and you're fine, then jump over to minis, and then you can start making a lot more money. Most people will pay for the lease in 1 to 2 days usually, and that's just trying to if you make $65 a day on a trading day, you paid for the lease, and that's all you have to do. $65 will get you the lease paid for, and anything over $65 is your money. It's a profit. So if you made, say, $100, that's going to be roughly $1,000 a month that you would make after you pay your expenses. So that's all you have to do. A lot of people ask, can I trade micros and pay for this easily? You can easily trade micros and pay for the lease and still make money. You don't have to jump in and trade the minis to do it. So if we go back and look at, usually by 11 o'clock, we're done with CL. And come Sunday night, I have a training that we're going to do. And I found an instrument that actually works even better than CL. And you can be done usually within about 15 minutes of trading, and you can hit your $1,000 and you're done. So, or you can, trade for more money if you like. It's all dependent on the person. So, the main thing is you don't want to be greedy, and most people in trading are greedy because once they're up, then they think they made $1,000 and they think, well, shoot, I can make, I'm just going to keep trading because I'm going to try to make 10,000 a day, and then they end up losing the 1,000 plus losing other money, and they can't stop. It's just, you've got to learn how to stop and not let greed get in the way and have rules to follow. Your risk management is the number one thing, and that's where people mess up is, you know, once you make a certain dollar, and now I'm a good trader, so I could have made more than 1160 if I would have controlled this. But you know what? $1,000 is my goal. So, why keep on trying to show that you're making $10,000, $20,000 or whatever when $1,000 is going to be $250,000 a year, and that's good money. So, just hit your goals and stop. Your risk management is very important. A lot of people just won't stop, and they just it's like going to a casino and they just won't quit feeding those machines. So what we do is, we have risk management in place. I teach that. I want you to, just go in, get your money, and then go live life. So on this one, I was done at my last trade was at 8:41 in the morning Eastern time, and I shut it off. You can see right here, I never traded anymore. So by shutting it off then, I've hit my goal. It's on a Friday. I'm able to walk around all weekend knowing that I made my money and I'm fine. You don't have to keep on trading, and that's where people mess up. Even on funded accounts, they mess up on funded accounts because it's not really their money. They're on their evaluation accounts. So they're trying to pass those evaluation accounts in the same day, and you don't have to. If it takes you 2 months to pass an evaluation account, then it takes you 2 months. It's not that big a deal. The what is a big deal is following rules, following risk management, and doing what you need to do. A lot of people will say, "Well, I lost 3 trades in a row." Well, you shouldn't have lost 3 trades in a row. Once you lose one, you need to figure out your chop zone. If you don't make your money, then you're in chop. Like right here, if you would have entered this right here and stayed in the trade, you would have lost money. And if you got in this one, you'd have lost money. If you got in this one, you'd have lost money. But it's obvious right here it's going to chop because this one, we're trading at this level. and we don't trade at levels. So we wait. We wait for that breakout, we pull back into it, and then we catch the next long. But this never happened, and it ended up selling off. So how do you get involved with the Ninja Suite? You go into spymoneyllc.com up here, and you click on the Ninja Suite. When you click on the Ninja Suite, you're going to have two choices. You can lease the auto trading bots and indicators together, which is the majority of the people, or you can lease the indicators alone. In my opinion, the bots is the best way to go. It's about $65 a trading day to do that, so it's not much money. And if you come down, you can see that I need to update this bot list, but because I only have Blaze on here, but we have different bots. I retire some when people aren't using them and we find better ones, then we will retire the old one. Not all bots will, work according to each person. Some people have a different trading strategy and they like one bot over the other. And that's why we have different bots. I have, there's bots in here I won't even use, but I have users that use them and they make money with them and love them. So I leave them up there. Right now, I think the Blaze bot is the best one, and the Sweet Scalper is another good one that I like. A lot of people use Man of War, and it does a really good job as well. So, people use different bots in here, and it just works. We have a lot of different indicators that you use. Any indicators that I make, I add it to the list, and it comes with it free. There's nothing else ever to buy. Once you lease the Ninja Suite, you get everything. You get all the bots, you get all the indicators, you get all of the add-ons like the trade copiers and toolbar, you get all the drawing tools that I've made. And if you have any questions, look through here. And if you don't see the question in here, then just go ahead and send me an email. And how you do that is you go up to the top and you click on Contact Us. When you click on Contact Us, you fill out your information. If you need to speak to me, put in a phone number and put the time, Eastern time, that you would like me to call. And if I can, I'll call then. I'm pretty busy, but I usually work 7 days a week. So if you need to talk to me on the weekend, I do that as well. If you just have some questions you want asked or answered, then go ahead and post those in here, and then I will respond back to those and get you taken care of. We also have a VPS service, so if you have um, an older computer or something, then you can go ahead and sign up for the VPS. Here's all the specs. It's located in Chicago, so the executions are faster than if you were, say, in Florida. But it does a really good job. Um, People are happy with it. It's only $85 a month. You can access it from a tablet, from your phone, or another computer. Say you have a work computer and a home computer, you can access it from both. So this actually makes it a lot better. That way you're not trying to update each computer that you want to use. So, because the Ninja Suite only works on one PC at a time. You can change your machine ID as often as you like, but it only works on one at a time. So if you're trying to run it on a desktop and a piece laptop beside each other, you can't do that. You can pick one or the other. Um, and then when you come up here, there's also the funded accounts that we do. So click up here to funded accounts. There's four of them we recommend. All four are really good. It just depends on what you want. Each one has their pros and cons. And if you're looking for the fastest money, BluSky is going to be your fastest money. Take Profit and You Profit are both really good. They're only 5-day evaluation, and they pay out same day too. Apex, you can get up to 20 accounts, but the problem with Apex is it does take a lot longer to get paid. But they pay twice a month at a smaller amount, and then on your fourth month, then they'll pay out all of it. So it just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking to trade a lot of multiple accounts, Apex is your choice. If you're looking to just trade one account, which I recommend, just get one account, pass it, and once you get it passed, then add another one. You can always add more, but just start off small. That way, if you mess up and you blow your account, you're not redoing a lot of different accounts. You're only doing one, and learn on one. And the best way to do it is just have a live account with NinjaTrader. If you have a live account with NinjaTrader, there's no rules. If you have money, you can trade, and it just makes it a lot better. So that's how this all works. We have, the Ninja Suite, the funded accounts. We have a lot of different training and such that we do. Occasionally, I do a live training. I haven't done one in a long time. I spend more of my time with my Ninja Suite customers, and that's where I should be. Again, we go back here, we look at this. You can see that, $1,160, 3 trades. I did manually close this one out. The other two, the bot did 100% of it. I gotta move over here. These 2 trades here, the bot did 100%, but as you can see, the stop was pretty tight. It actually made more than the first 4. And this one, the break even's what got me. I would have actually I would have actually stopped trading here. Now, one thing I have on here is, and I said this before I left, is the net wins losses. So if you have 3 net wins, so if you lost one and then you won 4 more, that would be a net 3 loss. 4 minus the 1 is 3. And it goes the same with the losses. So I had that turned on just in case something happened. And let's say that we had a lot of volume come through and it just like stopped out real quick or something, and anything could happen. So I had that on there just to protect myself as I drove away. Now, if I'm running this bot, in front of me on my laptop, where I'm sitting here watching, I don't run that. But if I'm running that and I'm going to be traveling to where I can't watch it every second, I always put in some safety precautions in there to stop it. You can also put in a session P&L. So if you went in here and let's just say you want to make $1,000 or you didn't want to lose more than 1,000, you could put that in there and it would take care of it. We've also got a trailing P&L. This trailing P&L will allow you to, like on Apex, you have a um, trailing stop on it, or a trailing loss, I guess is how you'd say it. So you can put that on here and it will work with like the Apex trailing or just for yourself. So once it hits $500, then, as far as P&L, it hits $500 and then it will start trailing with $250. So it won't let it lose more than 250 of that 500, but it will stop at 1,000. So if you put this at, say, 2,000, and then it would keep on trailing with a $250 trail stop until it hit 2,000, then it would shut off. So that's some of the things that we've got in here. We've got a lot of features in the bots to help you out and to make it more self-automated, but I really, you can put so many parameters in there that you will actually not get trades or it'll, stop you out too quick or whichever. So I don't like to use all of that. I like to just, get the bot to get in my trade, have a predetermined profit target and stop, and kind of let it go. But then when it comes in, I like to control, where I put my profit targets and such. But let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to help you get started on the Ninja Suite this weekend. It's a good program. It's not a set it and forget it bot. There is no such thing. It does a really good job. Once you learn how to use the bots and so forth, I think you'll do fine. And some people, just can't do it. Most people can. And if you're looking for something to turn on and go to work, this is not what you want. It doesn't work that way. There's no bot that really works that way. You can turn it on. You can have your profit target or your session P&L and things like that. You can set things on there, but you're really better off to kind of monitor your bot to make sure it's doing the way you want it to do. Having questions, let me know. Y'all have a great weekend.